because I knew when I wanted to move and I was seeing that this wasn't working for me. I spoke to quite a number of people who have been here before me, and I will tell you this for free. 99% of them told me, oh, just enjoy it, yeah, at least for 1 year, or just enjoy it for and finish your contract, or just enjoy. They were just telling me to enjoy. And I knew this is not what I wanted for myself on the long haul. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chinaza. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Alrighty. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering some of the questions some people have been asking me, which is why I moved from Maryland to New Jersey in less than a year. Alrighty, so let's dive into that video real quick. Okay. So, a little background story is I came into Maryland. That was where I was. I specifically chose Maryland. It was one of the states I recommended and told my agency that I wanted. I wanted either Maryland, Texas, Virginia, and one other state I can't remember, but I gave them about 4 states. Chicago. So I gave them this state and I was like, these are the places I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to like a city, bubbling place. That's where I wanted. And they found a job for me in Maryland and I went to Maryland. I loved Maryland. I saw a lot of people of color, a lot of diversity, which I really appreciated. I watched 1,000,001 YouTube videos. I bet you almost every video talking about how Maryland is like, living in Maryland, all those stuff. I watched them all. I watched all of them. Right? And I really loved Maryland. I loved where I was in Maryland. But one of the reasons why I decided to say, I love you guys, but I have to go is career progression. Okay, so I have always been an ICU step down nurse in Nigeria. I was in the ICU step down back home in Lagos where I worked, and I took care of critical care patients who were like very sick, but we are not on ventilators. I didn't take care of ventilated patients at the time because it was a step down, not the ICU. But we handled a lot of drips and it was like really critical thinking. You have to be on your toes, you have to be sure, you have to like be there to make sure that your patients are not dying on you, because you could be there and your patient is long gone and you don't know. So it was a very like close on one-on-one nursing, right? And I loved it. But when I came to the US, I was told that I was going to get a step down job, a cardiac step down job. Unfortunately, it wasn't what I was expecting. It was like a med surge tele thing going on. And I was like, nope. This is not what I wanted. I wanted ICU, I have a little bit of ICU background because I also did ICU locums in Lagos as well. I worked PRNs in some hospitals and as an ICU nurse. I was like, nope, I want ICU. I want my critical care people back, right? And I spoke to my agency, we had a conversation, a lot of back and forth, and we came to an agreement. And they asked me if I was willing to move to a different state. I know one of the questions now that might be on your mind is, why do I have to move? So part of the contract, which is why it's very important to read your contract. If you've been on my channel for a while, you see why I always stress read every line, read every fine print. Okay, so one of the conditions in my contract is if I decide to leave my agency or if I decide to leave a client facility, I have to move at least 50 miles away from that particular client facility or away from that place entirely. Okay, so you just have to check. So where I was, they were like, okay, for this ICU you really want, where are you thinking? Where is your plan? Do you have anywhere you want to go to? I'm like, well, I wanted to go to Boston because my husband's family lives in Boston. I'm like, maybe I want to go to Boston. And they said, oh, we don't have anything in Boston, but we have something in New Jersey. And since you're willing to move, do you want to go to New Jersey instead? And I was like, yeah, sure, fine, I'll go. And that's one of the reasons. The second reason would be getting my BSN. Hi there, I know you must be enjoying this video and getting so much value from it. Why don't you hit the subscription button, like this video, and comment on it. When you do this, YouTube pushes this video out so that more people could see it and more people could gain more values just like you were doing. So without further ado, let's jump right back into the video. Thank you. I recently enrolled into an RN to BSM course. I'm trying to get my degree, but the school that I wanted, because I wanted it to be 100% online, the school that I wanted, you have to be a resident in about 24 states. We're not like taking students in some part of the state, so you have to be resident in one of these states, and one of those states is New Jersey. Maryland wasn't part of the state, but New Jersey was. So this is one of the things that really facilitated me to move. Now, it's not all schools that does this, but the particular school that I want to go to and I have the desire to go to and I got the admission for required me to be in one of the 24 states, which Maryland wasn't part of those states, but New Jersey was part of that state. So I had to skedaddle. I had to move, okay? So that's one of the reasons that I moved. It's been good. It's been amazing. I'm really happy I made this move. It was a very scary move. You might ask, why is it scary? I mean, I just moved. I've been here less than a year, and now I have to pack all my stuff again and move again from Maryland to New Jersey. And I was moving by road. I didn't want to go by air. So it was a bus journey. I had to journey through as well. So I was scared. I mean, I didn't know anybody. I was like, well, if I didn't know anybody here, and I was also sad because I was beginning to make friends in Maryland. I had beautiful co-workers who were my friends who would eat and dine together. I also had, my sister. She's from the same place that I am in Nigeria. We are from the same place, the same place. Our dads are from the same village, literally. So I call her my sister. She just came, and me and her family, we are beginning to become very close. She happened to also be like my senior in nursing school. So we kind of we're having a good time, right? So I felt bad leaving her. I felt bad leaving my friends. I started making her work. But I knew that what I wanted was beyond all these things that I was getting now. I was really looking at my future, and one of the things is I signed a 6,000 something hours contract with my agency. One of the things that I would say in my coming video about the US and US nursing is how different they are. So you really need to know where you want to go to and go and get the experience from that place. Unlike Nigeria, where if you're just a registered nurse midwife or registered nurse psychiatric, you can work in any place at all. You can work anywhere, right? So it's not the same. How am I enjoying here? It's been nice. It's been very nice. It is very quiet. The area that I am is very, very quiet, and it's very cool. I have beautiful neighbors, and it's such a nice place. I've not even heard a gunshot, nothing. I've not heard a gunshot. I've not heard any fights. I've seen a couple of accidents, but not as much as I saw when I was in Maryland, actually. But it's a very cool place to be in, and my co-workers are amazing people. They're just lovely people. So yeah, one thing I would advise is when you come to the US, always put yourself first. Put you and your license first. Don't put the agency, don't put the hospital, don't put friends or co-workers before you. Put yourself first. Is it working for you? Do you find it good and are you going well in that place? How is your mental health like? Do you get scared every time you have to go to work, or do you just enjoy going to work, right? Think about these things. check what is working for you, and if it's not working for you, fix it. Like, fix it immediately. People are always scared that, oh, what if. The worst I would always say that can ever happen to you is getting turned down or them saying no to you. That is the worst that can happen. Okay, so don't even try to like keep quiet. If something is not working for you, please and please speak up. Because I knew when I wanted to move and I was seeing that this wasn't working for me, I spoke to quite a number of people who have been here before me. And I will tell you this for free: 99% of them told me, oh, just enjoy it. Yeah, at least for 1 year, or just enjoy it for and finish your contract, or just enjoy. They were just telling me to enjoy. And I knew this is not what I wanted for myself on the long haul, and I had to get out. So I had to like either move somewhere or do something else. Yeah, and I'm so happy that I did speak up. I'm so grateful that I spoke up, because while I was in that conversation with my agency about moving, I also brought up the fact about my pay, and it was also addressed. Right, it was also addressed. I'm not gonna go ahead and tell you anything, but it was well addressed, and I really appreciate that too. So this is something that you might want to do. Always try to speak up. Like I said, they could say yes, they could say no, but at least you spoke your piece. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do like this video, subscribe to this video, and leave a comment in the comment section. Let's know, are you speaking up this year? Are you speaking up for what you're worth, or are you just keeping quiet? If the economy is not going in your favor, please and please speak up. Always speak up. Speak up. If anything is not going in your favor, please speak up. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.